practice.
Yeah.
Should have practice with someone, because I want for her, eventually, the cue to be, when someone's here, I move there.
Okay.
What I like you to do is, I like you to go and just stand to the side
Okay.
at the door there. And so what it is, you're just going to stand at the door for a second or two. So I'm looking for her just going out. So. Good tail, close over the door. Good girly. Good job. So you notice what I'm doing is I'm paying her on this side.
Right.
What I'm really doing here, so I can, definitely building, I can watch what's going on without getting involved with everything. I'm also building a location where she will anticipate and expect to get paid, and if she wants to add it down, perfect. So I don't require, so basically she's doing what I call settle. So when dogs settle, it's just a stationary position. It can be a stand, a sit, or a down. It's the dog's choice. She chose to go from a stand to a sit, and a sit to a down. She's also doing what's called a rock over down. So she is less likely to break out of that rock over down and move than she would be if she was in a stand.
And is there a word associated with?
No, I'm not training any words on this right now. I'm just training the behavior. So imagine you just had a big renovation, or you're in the process of a renovation put on the house. Carpenters have the sticks up, and now the electricians are coming in. So do the electricians put the switches in first, or do they run the wires?
They run the wires.
So we're running the wires.
Okay.
So I always run wires first, and then once the behavior is established, I'll put it. So right now she's just saying, like, someone at the door, not a big problem.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'd like you to sort of just walk down and then approach the door again.
Okay.
So she's going to watch you approach, and essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pay her for when, her holding still, and you get in the door. Yeah, good girl. Such a good game, isn't it? You don't have to go that far. Unless you want to get your walk in for the day. So she's just checking on your progress. Good, you can stand there. Okay. Nice job. So this is how I just start this. Is just somebody's coming to the door, and we just thank you for walking. You want to walk away if you want. So you're just walking out. You just, you don't have to go very far. Watch out for that brick that's popped up there.
Yeah.
Good girl. Good job. Can you hold on? There's a little modeling going on here. Well,
yeah.
One training one, the other one's watching. But I like this game.
Yes.
So you see how quiet she's being about this. So the next piece I want you to do is you're going to walk away. When you come back up, this time you're going to put your hand on the door handle and rattle it, and we'll open the door up. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I like this game. So what we're doing here is basically just increasing the distractions. This is sort of a stage I call dinner in a movie.
Okay.
Or dinner in a floor show.
Yeah.
So obviously the floor show is all the silly stuff that's going on. Dinner is the conversation I'm having with the dog. So again, I'm just sort of running through this because she's being really quiet about this. I'm going to have you walk away again. This time you're going to, when you come to the door, you're going to stop for a second. And I'm going to say, oh, hi, how you doing? And then what you do is you're going to open the door a little bit, but not quite come in yet.
Okay.
So we're just gradually increasing the coming into the door thing. Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Okay, and then shut it.
She doesn't seem to care. Here's my practice.
Good girl. Hey, Coco. Good girl. Nice job. Hey, Coco. Hey, go in the face. There we go. Nice job. I know. You're watching the game. Good girl. Nice. If you just open the door and you just come on the threshold there. Okay. And you walk out again. Hey, you can come in again. In again, out again. This is basically the framework. You just come on in. Good girl. Nice. Just taking this one piece and then kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pass you the leash and I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Which actually, obviously, raises criteria. Pico?
Coco.
Yeah, and a door's open. There you go. Which raises criteria.
Okay.
So, we'll start out with me just standing at the door. And a couple of things to note is if you find that she is consistently not focusing on you, she's focusing on the person at the door, she's saying the separation distance between her and the door and the person here
Cookie.
is just too close.
Okay.
So what you might want to do is swing yourself around so that you're going to position yourself between the two. Good. And then you just pay her for being over there. You just call her back. If she just had a long reinforcement system routine, she'll be like, well, that's the person who's just been paying me lots of money for paying attention. Good.
Cookie?
Good. Yeah, so you don't have to ask her cookie, you're just going to watch her behave as she checks in. Good. So I'm going to walk away and approach the door again. Now, if you notice what she did there, is I got to the door, I stopped, and she goes, she's been watching me on the way up, and she goes, and she looks up at you. And that's the core behavior you're looking for, is for her to go like, here comes somebody, did you notice that? She's reporting in. And so you can tell her, when you see her reporting like that, see, here I come, she's watching me, she's lying down. And so you see her reporting back to you, you can let her know she's doing a good job. So she's checking in. Good, so if you want, you can just pay her for just settling.
Good job.
Those are good choices of behavior right there.
Okay.
So she's not she is, she's certainly physically aware that you're there.
Yeah.
She just says, oh, I've seen this picture a couple of times. I don't need to look at the credits anymore.
Yeah.
I've changed the criteria. There's that reporting in.
Yeah.
Close the door. There's reporting in.
Yeah. Good girl.